Hello, welcome to the Thermo Gourmand Kitchen. I'm Megan Tuffley and I'm a consultant here in Albany, but I'm also a virtual consultant, so you can be anywhere in Australia and I can help you. I want to show you my beautiful TM7. I was very fortunate to have earned this as a consultant, something you could do too, you know. But I want to show it to you. All right, I'll just bring it a wee bit. No, there, you can see it like that. I think that's probably better. It's got a little glider foot on the bottom, so, you know, whizzes around really easily. Okay, first thing you'll notice is this amazing 10-inch screen, and it is very responsive. It's a really responsive screen. You can actually search cookie dough on here very quickly. It's tough. Even if there's water on it, it will still work. I've got my home screen set up this way because these are the functions that I use the most. It's got manual, egg boiler, pre-clean, steaming, turbo rice cooker, and dough. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I don't think I can change them, but that's okay, that's fine. Down the side, if I scroll down, I've got my recently cooked. You can see I've been pretty busy. And then I've got some trending recipes, depending on how I've set up my cookie dough, which is chefy and creative. Down the side, I have first my home button, my search button, which goes into cookie dough. So if I were to search, for example, chicken, I come up with all these recipes and I can change the filters for that. I don't often search on here, but because I do plan my menu in cookie dough, but if I just say, let's make a custard for dinner or whip some cream, I can go in here and do that search. I can go to my little book here and it gives me my recently cooked, my bookmarks, my recipe lists which were created collections, so collections that I've put together that I can access even if I haven't got Wi-Fi. Collections I've saved, and there's some new ones on there, and then my created recipes. If I go to the little blade symbol, there's my modes, and there's 3 more. I'm not going to tell you about those. You need to book a demo to find out which they are, because there's some amazing ones on there. And then I can go right down the bottom and I've got my week, my tutorials, my settings and profile, etc. So that's the screen. You'll notice that we have 2 parts. The base, this part here, and the bowl. The bowl has it is black because it's partially recycled plastic. So the bowl's very different now. We have a release on here that takes our blades out and we pull the bowl out because this is insulated. So even if I've got something very hot in there, I can just pick it up with 2 hands and it's not going to burn me. And it keeps, get on there, this way. It keeps things warm for ages. I did a pre-clean the other night, came back about 4 hours later, and the water was still warm. So very good insulation, which also means quiet. The only thing that's going to make a noise in here is the food because the motor itself is silent. You will not hear the motor going. If I've put some water in here and boiling water or something like that, I don't even know it's going. I can't hear it. I can see you can't see, but you can see the reflection here of the light, the little light here. It's green now because it's cold, and then it will change from green to amber to red as the bowl gets hot. I can also, at low speeds, just leave the lid off and do open cooking. So if you're a saucepan girl or boy, that might really appeal to you. Also, if I want to check something, because you'll notice now, okay, no hole. It's just a cap that sits on there, all right? the bowl does detect when the lid's on as well, because it's all magnetically connected. So if I want to check something, I will just pause, lift the lid, throw something in, pop it back on. And that's at high speed, because it does need to stop before it will release the lid. But if it's going at low speed, I can just take the lid off. It'll automatically pause. When I put the lid back on, it'll keep going again. And it's a play button now on the machine. So I think I've told you most things. We've got a slightly different basket and a slightly different butterfly. The butterfly has a different top, and it's also got one more piece in here, so it's a little bit more efficient. And of course, it's the color is all black, everything's staying black. And we've got a new spatula which is on the sink, which is designed in the shape of a Japanese knife, and it's very efficient because it takes everything out. This part's quite flexible, and it's still got the hook to take out your basket. It's got a little part here, so it will sit on the bench without getting any dirt, or sorry, food on the bench, but it also sits up like that. It's very clever, German engineering. Yep, we've got a blade release now to take the inner bowl out, to wash it. I don't know that there's much else I can tell you. I think the best way to find out about this machine and what it can do for you in the kitchen is to host a demo. 2 friends, we cook your dinner, we sit around, you have a play, we usually do a bread or something like that. You can learn all my tips and tricks about bread dough and many, many other things. I have owned a Thermomix for over 20 years. So I've done a lot of thermomixing, a lot of recipe conversion. I know a lot about them. So get in touch and book a demo. And if you're in Albany, you're welcome to host your demo in my home if you don't want to have to clean yours. But just give me plenty of time to clean mine. All right, I'd love to come and help you learn more about the Thermomix with a couple of friends. It's great fun. I reckon you'd really enjoy it and you'd learn so much. Okay, I'll hear from you soon, I hope.